If I only had $50 to spend at Epcot's Food and Wine Festival, this is how I would spend it. Today we are in Epcot to once again check out the Food and Wine Festival. This year's festival runs through November 23rd and you're not gonna wanna miss it. On opening day a few weeks ago, I tried over 35 menu items, but today I'm back with a little bit of a challenge. We're on a budget and I only have $50 to spend. We're gonna be getting some festival favorites as well as some brand new foods, but the trick is they all have to be a good value because we've only got $50 to spend. So let's head in and grab our first food. And again, our first stop of the day is gonna be at Flavors from Fire. I think this is one of the best booths at the Food and Wine Festival. Now, my favorite thing at the entire festival is the steakhouse blended burger that they have here. I got it years ago. They finally brought it back this year and it is so tasty. But it's not really the best value at a little over $6 for like a little slider for just one. So I figured instead we'd get the smoked corned beef. They have this dish pretty much every year and it is a fantastic value. They give you a huge portion in your little dish there, and we're on a budget. We're trying to get the best bang for our buck. So I figured that's what we get from Flavors from Fire today. Here we have our smoked corned beef. This has house-made potato chips, cheese curds, pickled onions, and a beer cheese fondue for $6.50. And I do have to say, it looks like they cut back a little bit on this portion. I mean, they used to overload this thing with chips, with meat, with cheese curds, with cheese sauce. It used to be like literally flowing over the edges of the little container here. They've definitely cut back this year, I will say, but still, it's a way better value than just a single slider. Let's get a little chip here with some of that cheese, some of that beef, and some onion. Try it out. I do have to say, just because it's a smaller portion, it is still super tasty. The meat is very smoky. It almost kind of tastes like pulled pork rather than corned beef to me. I love how they're using those house-made kettle chips that they have all around Disney. These kettle chips are seriously so amazing. There's a ton of beer cheese and you can really taste that beer flavor. But what really makes this for me is that little tang that you get from the pickled onions. And they didn't skimp out on the pickled onions this time around. There is a ton on there, which is perfect because I like getting a pickled onion with every bite. And as I'm kind of eating, another thing that I'm noticing that they did differently this year is instead of giving you like the whole cheese curds that they used to give you, they kind of cut them up into smaller pieces, which I do appreciate because then I feel like you get more cheese curd with like every bite rather than just like a couple bites of the dish with cheese curd here. This is definitely a great dish. Like I said, a festival favorite. They have it every single year. I can't even remember the last Food and Wine Festival where they didn't have this dish, and I always usually end up getting it a couple of times because it's something else that's like really good to share. Like you could easily share this between a couple of people, or it's just enough to kind of fill you up, the perfect snack size here. But I love this corned beef. Also, it's just called like smoked corned beef. I feel like that's a little bit misleading because this is totally like corned beef nachos, not just smoked corned beef. So I feel like they should just call them corned beef nachos. Guys, don't come here in September and think that just because it's like supposed to be the fall and we're kind of like out of summer months that it's not hot. It is so hot. The sunscreen is dripping off into my eyes and burning my eyeballs. It is brutal out here. It sounded like I was crying, but I'm not. It's just sweat dripping out of my eye. Okay, after those nachos, our next stop is going to be in the brewing lab for a food item that I've already reviewed this year. It's one of my favorite things at the festival. It was my favorite thing last year, another favorite this year, but I've got some other people joining up with me because I've already reviewed this item, so we need to hear it from someone else, but it's still included in my list. You gotta get it. Look who it is.
Oh, you didn't even give me a chance to cool off. I wanted to...
What the heck is on your head, woman?
These are my cute Food and Wine ears, but they're from Disneyland. However, I got them at Burlington for a bargain. So I think they're cute and they're different. Nobody else has them here, so.
Bargain hunter. You heard it here first, folks. Well, I guess everyone had the same thought as me because there's been no line for the booths except for here in the brewing lab. I guess everyone just loves pickles or something. These are the fried pickle spears from the brewing lab. They have a dill ranch and they are $5.75. Now you guys are seeing my pickles without the sauce. Usually this dill ranch comes drizzled on top, but I got it on the side because my mom and dad will enjoy that. And I will just enjoy these plain pickles. And it looks like they give you 5. We got 5 really decently sized pickles for $5.75. I mean, at a restaurant, this would easily be at least $10 right here.
Ooh, they're very crisp. There's no flop. Okay. They're good. They're really crispy. They're so hot. Honestly, I need to wait till it cools off a little and take another bite, but it's good.
We did get these completely fresh out of the fryer since they didn't have the sauce, so I waited a little bit longer, but I will always wait longer for hot, fresh food, and these I just tell by holding it how good this is gonna be because it's so hot. I am not even kidding you. These are some of the best fried pickles I have ever had. They are so crispy. I mean, I've had these when you get them and they're like just warm and kind of cold and they're good. But when you get them piping hot like these are, I mean, you really cannot beat a crispy pickle. It's so good. It's like burning my hands off here. And in case you didn't just want like fried pickles, they have a ton of other pickle varieties that you could get. You could get a pickle hard seltzer or a pickle milkshake, but I recommend just the regular fried pickles. And once you're done with your fried pickles, you could come over here to this trash can and throw out your trash, and it'll talk to you.
Watch it, dude, like your trash just knocked off my shade. Dude, like your trash is totally awesome.
Throw your stuff out there.
This is my lucky day. French fries.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop that! I ordered pastrami, not salami.
Cool.
Right outside of the brewing lab as you head towards the World Showcase is the Noodle Exchange booth. Now, you guessed it, they're serving up noodles. Now, I never like coming to this booth because, like I mentioned earlier, it is probably feels like over 100 degrees. It is so hot out here. I'm dying. And they are serving warm noodle soups. So the very last thing that I want to do right now is eat hot soup. But I must admit, the soup here is a great value. So do it for you guys. It fits in our budget. And like I said, it's something that's a great value at the festival. So let's go get some hot soup. They did have a couple of noodles to choose from, including a beef ramen and a tofu ramen, but I ultimately decided to go with the Thai shrimp and rice noodles. This has shiitake mushrooms and basil in a coconut curry broth for $6.75. Well, the only tables that they have to eat this are just directly smack dab in the middle of the sun. So here I am, 100-degree weather, middle of September, about to eat some hot noodles while just baking in the sun. It's just, before we indulge, we do have to take a moment of appreciation for the portion size. For $6.75, there are some pretty large shrimp in here. This bowl looks to be packed with like noodles, mushrooms, and broth. This is a great size. Like for $6.75, you cannot beat this. Let's try some of these noodles here first. Okay, that's really good. This broth, although I hate to admit it because I'm so toasty and there's still sweat dripping in my eyes. This broth is, that broth is just absolutely fantastic. It really, really goes well with the rice noodles and the mushrooms here. And I'm sure it's gonna go just as good with these nice plump shrimp. Okay. Although I hate that I'm eating this while so hot. It is so tasty. You definitely get a little bit of the coconut coming through with the broth here, and I really love that it plays so well with the spice. It's not overly spicy, but it does have a little bit of a kick to it, but when you get that coconut in there, it kind of mellows it out. This dish is packed with flavor, packed with shrimp, noodles, just like I suspected. This might be one of the best things at the Food and Wine Festival. It's really, really that good. I'm sad I didn't get it on the first day, but also I'm still fine with it because I don't know how much more I'm going to be able to eat because it's just too hot for this. They should have the noodle exchange for the Festival of the Holidays. Like, that is prime time for noodles and ramen and stuff, not September in Orlando. It's not suitable for that, but it's good. Well, next up, we have made our way across the bridge and to the refreshment outpost, which is kind of in the Africa section of the World Showcase here. Now, I did stop here on opening day of the festival because they had a zebra cake dupe, and it was really, really good. But since opening day, my friend Bethany, and I've seen a bunch of people raving about this Impossible sausage sandwich that they've got here. Everyone seems to think it's one of the best things at the festival, so I have included it in this list. I'm really excited to try it because, like I said, this is another new to me item. Here we have the Impossible spicy sausage with peri peri peppers and onions and peri peri aioli for $6.50. As soon as I picked this up, I said, this smells like an Italian sausage and pepper sandwich. And I've mentioned this before, but I do enjoy Impossible plant-based meats. They have a sausage and pepper sandwich over at Pizza Rizzo that's Impossible that I love. And this kind of reminds me of it, although I will say the casing on the outside of the sausage here isn't looking too hot. Can you guys see that? It just looks like plastic. I mean, it's not, but like, I might need to cut that off because it looks kind of gross on the end. Okay, now that we've got that taken care of, let's take a bite of this here. I mean, it's good, yeah. This tastes like an Italian sausage and pepper sandwich. Why do they have this at the African Refreshment Outpost? Like, I know they say this has like peri peri seasoned peppers and onions, but I'm just tasting sauteed peppers and onions, like no African spices whatsoever. The sausage is a little bit like kind of mushier than a typical sausages or even a typical Impossible sausages. And the bread here is a little bit weak. It's really, really soft. When I have a sausage and pepper sandwich, I want a nice crusty loaf. There's a pepper hanging off of me. Well, it's not bad. And it is an Impossible dish, so vegans definitely come and get this. But I don't think it's, I don't know if it's worth the hype that everyone was giving it.
How much was it?
It was like $6.75, so not a bad deal. Not a bad deal for like, I mean, you could easily make this a meal here, get a little bit of a side, and this is a meal on its own. So yeah, it's a good value, but it tastes pretty basic to me. My mom is picky. Have you ever had, what was that, the knife? You've never had Impossible sausage, have you?
I had Impossible chili. Didn't we do that at some festival?
I don't know.
And I couldn't tell the difference.
Try the sausage here.
I mean, it smells like sausage. Holy cow. Oh, it's peppery.
You're getting spice? I got no spice whatsoever.
Yeah, but maybe it was the pepper. I don't know. I got spice. Maybe try this piece.
Did you like it?
I probably wouldn't buy it, but I mean, yeah, my mouth is hot and on fire right now.
Well, we must have had two completely different bites because I wish mine was hotter. To wash it down, an extra large DC. This wasn't included in the budget either. I just outed myself. This is not in the budget. Also not included in the budget, but included in my mom's budget is the lemon Schafferhofer from Germany. She's had her eye on this, so she gave me a little bit to try.
It's good, right?
I think that is better than grapefruit.
Bethany is right.
My mom said Bethany is right, so Bethany, if you're watching, her biggest fan right here with her Schafferhofer. But the Schafferhofer is the grapefruit beer that they have in the Germany pavilion. They have it like all year round, but for the festivals, they bring like different flavors of Schafferhofer. For food and wine, it's lemon, and I definitely recommend it. It's probably like 3% or 2% alcohol, but it's still good.
So this lemon one is so good. I've tried all of them every year when they bring a new one, but they had cherry, pomegranate, and the grapefruit's here all the time, and I can buy that at home. I get it at home, but the lemon is where it's at.
Well, I can tell you one place we definitely won't be stopping. Worst bang for your buck, Mom. You want the Italian nachos or the dry meatballs?
No thank you.
I'll tell you one place that is definitely included on this list, and that is the America booth, where they are serving up a bunch of glizzies. I got them all on opening day, and I have a specific favorite that is on the list for today. Here we have the New York style all beef hot dog with sauerkraut, onion, tomato sauce, and a spicy mustard in a brioche bun for $6.75. And make no mistake, this is a full-size hot dog that they are serving you for under $7 in a Disney park. I mean, if you just go next door, they're actually serving hot dogs, like literally just a plain hot dog in a bun, with like Lay's potato chips for, I want to say like $10. Like I think it's like $9 or $10 for just a plain hot dog. When you can literally just come right here and get one that is way better. They're using a different brand of hot dog, and all of the bread is like, I don't know if it's homemade, but it's like soft and like really good bread, way better than like your typical hot dog bun. So this is a great value at the festival. And my mom wanted this too, so I'm gonna cut this in half so we can share it here. You wanted this, right? Did you want the New York one, or did you?
No, the New York one, because I like sauerkraut.
Perfect. I love sauerkraut.
I don't know how
on a nice glizzy as well.
Don't know how I feel about that.
The tomato onion
jam.
relish. It works. It's good.
All right,
Cheers.
cheers.
I got sauerkraut on my nose. But it's good, right? I love the bun. The bun is so soft. It's like the same softness as a Texas Roadhouse roll.
I don't like it as much as I thought I was going to, because I definitely don't like that tomato stuff. Because to me, it tastes like ketchup, and ketchup does not belong on a hot dog. So.
A true New Yorker.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't...
Spicy mustard.
I mean, it does have spicy mustard. I will say the mustard on it, this time around, they actually have spicy mustard instead of the non-spicy mustard that they had on opening day. I could also go without the tomato onion. I think there's more of it on there today than there was on opening day. Don't get it on my half, but still, it's a really good hot dog, and it's a great value. Under $7 for a full-size like artisan hot dog. Now they have a bunch of other like flavors. The Chicago one was really good as well. If I didn't get the New York, I would have got the Chicago. But I love the bun of this New York hot dog. Like I said, I don't know if they're making it in here or what, but it's so good. As I was up there ordering my hot dog, I did realize that I forgot to add one very important thing to the list, the chocolate pudding cake. When I made this list, I don't know how it slipped my mind, but we're not getting it today. I guess it wasn't in our budget, but if you were looking for something else that's really good from America, that chocolate pudding cake is one of the best of the fest. But we have officially crossed the halfway point of our challenge, and that makes perfect sense. We're about halfway around the World Showcase here in America. We're at $32.25, and we still have so much more to spend and so much more to eat. So we're gonna see if I can do it in $50. Moving along to our final savory dish of the day, we have made it here to Belgium. I didn't stop here on opening day of the festival. They usually pretty much have the same thing, waffles, a couple different variations of waffles, and then they have this braised beef, which is a huge portion, and it's always very tasty. So today, I'll be getting that. Here we have the beer braised beef. It's served with smoked Gouda mashed potatoes for $6.50. I do think I mentioned that this was a good value. However, I am taking that statement back. In previous years, it was a good value. Today, we have, I gotta count for you guys, hold on. 1, 2, 3 cubes of beef. And I was talking to someone over outside the Belgian booth who also got this, and she only had 2 pieces of beef in her meal. So maybe not the best of values here. They are really skimping on the portions this year. I swear, this thing used to be full of beef and gravy and veggies and potatoes. Not that much this year. Same with those corned beef chips. We've got to get a bite here with some of that gravy, those Gouda mashed potatoes, and some of that one of our lonely pieces of beef here. Wow, the value is absolutely atrocious here. I can't lie. It tastes fantastic. The richness that you get from the beer that they're braising this beef in with that gravy is phenomenal. I love the little chunks of like onions and carrots in here. And that beef, when you do get a piece, it's super tender. The mashed potatoes themselves are loaded with Gouda cheese. It has actually changed the color of the potatoes to be more yellowy, opposed to like off-white that a potato usually is. But man, when you get a bite with everything, it's a killer combo. I hate to admit it. The potatoes are so thick and creamy. That Gouda cheese really shines through. Nice and cheesy. This meal is so good, guys. I forgot how good it is. I usually get it about once a year, but I don't think I got it last year. I definitely missed it, so it's why I wanted to kind of include it on this year's like $50 video, because I always remember it being so good, and it didn't let me down this time. It's delicious. It's an awful value, but I would still get it again. It's that good. Good thing my mom and dad went into the Florida Blue Lounge here in Morocco while I was eating this, because I wouldn't want to share with them, because I want to eat every last drop because it's that good. and because there's nothing to spare because the portion is so tiny. Well, we ended up taking the friendship boat across the World Showcase Lagoon because it is just too hot today, guys. I actually think this is like one of the hottest days that we've had so far this year. And guys, I am so excited for our next stop because it was my favorite dessert that I tried at the entire festival, brand new item to this year's 2024 Food and Wine Festival. And I was just blown away when I tried it the first time. I knew I had to get it again, include it on this list. If you're on a budget and you're coming to the Food and Wine Festival, this is 100% something that you have to be trying. This is what we are here for, and we're gonna kind of get a show while we're waiting. We're gonna get to watch her make it. She's making my dessert.
Has everyone enjoyed Epcot today?
So she's taking a scoop of the sweet potato mousse there, and she's gonna drop it in the liquid nitrogen and kind of let it freeze a little bit. And then afterwards, she'll take it out and smash it and drizzle the caramel and the nuts all over, and it is so good. This all comes together to make the liquid nitrogen frozen sweet potato mousse with candied pecans and maple caramel sauce for $5.25. All right, my mom's yelling at me for taking too long filming this, so dig in. I've already tried this. I know you want to try.
What's this liquid stuff?
It's maple caramel.
I don't like nuts, and I don't like sweet
The
potatoes.
pecans are actually perfect in here. Yeah, she doesn't like sweet potatoes either. I don't love sweet potatoes, but it just works. It just all comes together and works so well. All right, you taking forever over there.
I'm trying to get the perfect bite. You taught me you have to get everything on your spoon. Oop, I dropped the nut.
Uh-oh, she don't like it.
I don't think I like this caramel maple. I don't like the maple part. Let me taste it without the... I actually like the texture a lot.
Oh, the texture is great.
Try to get it without the... I mean, it's good. I don't think it tastes like cheesecake, though.
I don't think it tastes like cheesecake. I think it has the consistency of cheesecake.
Oh, you and Allie said it tasted like cheesecake. Let me try it without the nuts and just try the...
Oh my gosh.
Try the...
Stop trying to force yourself to like it and just give it to me. I'll eat the whole entire thing. I just love this thing. Me and Allie were like fighting over the last bites of this on opening day, and we almost didn't even get it. Oh, look who's coming back in for more. The pecans in here, so necessary. And there's so much on here. The consistency, amazing. It's giving you fall. It tastes like frozen, interesting textured pumpkin pie to me. I don't know. I love all the toppings on here. It all just works so well, and it's so delicious. My favorite dessert of the fest, hands down. Well, with that amazing, amazing dessert, we have officially spent $44 of our $50. So we still have $6 left to go, $6 left to spend. And I figured we'd follow it up with another dessert, one that I did not get on an opening day of the festival that is kind of returning, kind of not. They used to have a carrot cake over in America at the America booth, but since they kind of overhauled it with the hot dogs, they don't have the carrot cake there any longer. And it's over here at a brand new booth. And I'm curious to see if it's kind of the same. Milled and mold. I actually haven't tried anything from this booth, but I'm getting that carrot cake. Thank you very much. Oh, overflowing with icing. You love to see it. This is the freshly baked carrot cake with walnuts and cream cheese icing for $4.75. I'll equip you with my satchel fork. I'm always locked and loaded, especially on festival days. Look at you helping yourself, going for the first bite.
I do love me a good carrot cake.
Oh, well, I'm glad. You're having difficulty cutting this one too.
Oh, I thought it was a hot sauce, no?
It should be. Is it not warm?
I don't know. It just looked like thicker than I thought.
I hope the cake is warm.
Oh, it actually smells really good.
It does. It smells good.
Sauce.
It is. It's very tough to cut into.
Cheers. It is.
Hold on. The piece I got was like really hard. I need another one with all that extra cream cheese frosting.
I mean, it's good. Is it the best carrot cake I've ever had?
The cake could be warmer. The frosting is delicious. The frosting is so good, and there's so much of it. I hate when you get like something that's supposed to have cream cheese frosting, like a cinnamon roll or a carrot cake with cream cheese frosting, and they kind of mess around and don't give you enough. Here, they definitely give you plenty. I mean, I think it's a good carrot cake. If this was served a little bit warmer, it's warm, but I want it a little bit hotter.
It does have raisins too, and I love raisins in my carrot cake. You think there's raisins, right?
Are there?
I got something that was soft, unless it was a piece of carrot.
It has walnuts in there.
Yeah,
Sister Walnut. Shout out to you.
Walnuts I can do without. I don't like walnuts.
You don't like walnuts?
I do not.
I'm going to tell her.
I love Sister Walnut, but I don't love walnuts.
Well, folks, that is it. We have successfully eaten around the Food and Wine Festival for under $50. We made it out with some change to spare. We only spent $48.75, and I am fully content. Like, you could eat around the Food and Wine Festival, honestly, with any amount of money. $25 is really... $25, you could still have yourself a great day. $20, you could still have a great day. I mean, like, there's so many things at the Food and Wine Festival that you could get for around $5-6, which I can't really say about many of the other festivals at other theme parks. I mean, I've been to the ones at Universal, at Six Flags and stuff, and a lot of the food at their festivals are comparable portions, but way more expensive. And I love having like the smaller portions and being able to pay a little bit less, because you can really try so many different things if you're on a budget here. Favorite thing of the day?
Oh, God, you put me on the spot.
I didn't tell her I was asking this.
Oh my God, I can't think.
You are a chef. Ask the little guy under your hat.
I can't even think. It wasn't the hot dog.
Hater.
I'm trying to think, because we had some things that you did not have with us.
I met up with them after they got here, so they had a couple of other things.
The mac and cheese was very dry. The pickle was very good. I don't really, honestly, I don't like fried pickles, but that was really good.
You like the Zebra Dome, dupe.
That was my favorite. Definitely, without a doubt, the Zebra Dome dupe thing.
Okay, well, that wasn't on my $50 list, but it was on my opening day video. So with that being said, if you haven't already, make sure you guys go check out my opening day Food and Wine Festival video. I know I mentioned it in the beginning, but I tried over 35 different items at the Food and Wine Festival. We got to so many different things. I'm gonna put the link in the description and kind of at the end of this video here. So definitely make sure you guys go check that out, as my dad is running away from a bee. Look, he's literally running. It's following you.
He's really allergic.
I'm allergic.
Okay, and I had to meet up with Hudson. It's his birthday, so everyone go in the comments and say happy birthday, Hudson. And he's braver than me. He's got the pickle milkshake here. You gotta give us your review. The mic is yours.
It tastes like a dill pickle and ordinary vanilla milkshake. It's very good.
Look at this. It's got the drip, the LBV. The LBV drip, I like it. Also, of course, shout out to all of my Patreon subscribers, especially
Pickle.
Oh, it's only right. Hudson just tried the pickle milkshake.
There you go.
So we have to give a shout out to Pickle. Well, that is going to do it for us here today at the Epcot Food and Wine Festival. $50 spent. You guys have been asking for my brother back. Well, that's what he does in my videos when he returns. So I don't know why you guys enjoy him so much. Oh.
I'm alive.
But thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see my opening day festival video, which I've mentioned, where I tried all the different things, the link to it is going to be right here.